Hello guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Math with Gustavus. In this lesson, we'll be subtracting decimals. Whenever you're subtracting decimals, there are 3 steps that I'm recommending. Step 1, you will line up the decimal points. Step 2, you fill in zeros as placeholders where necessary. And then step 3, you subtract as usual. That is, you subtract as if you were subtracting whole numbers. Let's jump right into some examples. For example, 1, we have 57.43 minus 5.42. So the first step is to line up or align the decimal points. So let's do just that. So it's 57.43. Then we line up the decimal points. So that's going to be 5.42. So let's subtract. So it's 2 from 3, that will leave us with 1. Then 4 from 4, that will leave us with 0. Then we put back our decimal point. Then we take away 5 from 7, that will leave us with 2. And then we write back our 5. We should have placed a 0 here as placeholder. So we say 0 from 5, that will leave us with 5. I strongly recommend putting in your zeros as placeholders when you are subtracting. That's it for example 1. Let's look at another example. For example 2, we have 13.5 minus 9.84. So we write our 13.5. Afterwards, let's align our decimal points. Then we put our 9 and then our 8. Afterwards, let's fill in zeros as needed. So we're going to put a 0 right there and then put a 0 right there. And then let's subtract. Common error right here, guys. Persons normally subtract 4 from 0 and then put back 4. That is why I strongly recommend putting a 0 right here, because without the 0 right there, some persons might feel the need to just put back 4, but that would be incorrect, right? So by putting back the 0 there, that will simply tell us that we can't subtract 4 from 0. Hence, we need to borrow 1 from the 5. So when we borrow 1 from the 5, we will be left with 4, and then we bring across that one. So now we're going to subtract 4 from 10. That will leave us with 6. Afterwards, we're going to subtract 8 from 4, in which we can't. So we're going to borrow 1 from the 3, and that will leave us with 2. And then we bring across the one that we borrowed. And now we're going to subtract 8 from 14. Now 8 from 14, that would also leave us with 6. Afterwards, we put back our decimal point. Then we're going to subtract 9 from 2. 9 from 2 we can't, so we borrow 1 from the 1, and that will leave us with 0. And then we bring across the one that we borrow. So it's 9 from 12, that will leave us with 3. So our answer for the second question is 3.66. Let's look at another example. For example 3, we have 843.01 minus 65.432. So let's write our first number, which is 834.01. Afterwards, let's align or line up our decimal points. Then we put our 65 to the left of the decimal point, and then 4, 3, 2 to the right of the decimal point. Afterwards, guys, let's fill in our zeros as placeholders. Afterwards, guys, let's subtract. Can we take 2 from 0? No. So we're going to borrow from the 1, leave back 0. Then we bring across the 1 that we borrowed. Then 2 from 10, that will leave us with 8. All right. Can we subtract 3 from 0? No. Can we borrow from 0 next door? No. So we have to go all the way over to the 3. So let's borrow 1 from the 3. That will leave the 3 with 2. Afterwards, guys. All right. So let's borrow from the 3. That will leave 2. And then we have to give the one to the immediate right first. That would make it 10. Then we borrow 1 from the 10, which will leave 9. And then we bring the 1 over there. It says 3 from 10 now. That will leave us with 7. And then 4 from 9, that will leave us with 5. And then we put our decimal point. Can we subtract 5 from 2? No. So we need to borrow from the 4, which will leave 3. And then we bring across the 1. Now 5 from 12, that will leave 7. Can we take 3 from 6? No. So we need to borrow from the 8, which would leave what? 7, and then we carry the 1 right there. Now 6 from 13, that will leave us with 7. So the answer to the third question is 77.578. Now let's look at another example. No, we're not finished right there. We need to bring down the 7 here as well. All right, so our answer to the third one is 777.578. Let's look at a fourth one. For the fourth one, we have 93.41 minus 79.583. So let's write our first number, which is 93.41. Afterwards, let's line up our decimal points. So put our 79 right there. Then our 583. After we're finished, remember to put in our zeros as placeholders, and then let's subtract. Can we take 3 from 0? No. So let's borrow from the 1, leave back 0. Then we carry the 1 that we borrowed. Now 3 from 10, that will leave us with 7. Can we take 8 from 0? No. So let's borrow from the 4, which leaves 3. Then we carry the 1 to make 10 right there. Now 8 from 10, that will leave us with 2. Can we take 5 from 3? No. So we need to borrow from this 3, which would leave 2. Then we carry the 1 right there. Then we say 5 from 13, that will leave us with 8. Good. Then we put back our decimal point. Afterwards, we take 9 from 2. Can we do that? No. So we need to borrow from the 9, which will leave back 8. Then we carry our 1. Then we say 9 from 12. That will leave us with 3. And then we take away 7 from 8. That will leave us with 1. So the answer to the fourth and final question is 13.872. Good job, guys. Thank you very much for viewing so far. Now, we are basically at the end where it's your time to express to me that you understood that what we have done in this lesson. Right here, I have 72.1 minus 64.687. I want you to work this question. When you're finished, kindly share your answers in the comment section. Also, remember to share this problem, share this video with your friends, your colleagues, your students, your neighbor, your family, everyone. And then you invite them over here to place their answers in the comment section. Guys, I'm looking forward to see your answers in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys again very soon.